Oh, okay. Still want to sit on Patrick Wilson's face. Anyway, welcome back, and once again, thank you for trusting me with your full spoiler movie reviews. That thing I do where I watch movies and then I tell you all about them. As always, I am unpaid and unsponsored, and spoilers. Spoilers, all the spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, you can go ahead and scroll. I won't be offended. Spoilers. Okay, here we go. This is Conjuring, Last Rites. Except it really wasn't the last of anything because they continued to help people until they died. It even said so at the end. And also, let this be a lesson for advertising, okay? You cannot show the monster in the preview. It doesn't work like that, okay? Because your spooky bitch was scary. But we already saw her in the previews and the commercials that we have been bombarded with since the beginning of fucking time. And you gave it away. Did we not learn anything from Nosferatu? Now, here's the thing. But anyways, what's this about? Well, first off, you should know we got into the movie late and missed the first, maybe 5 minutes of it. My bad, y'all. It started earlier than we anticipated. But essentially, they were going to explore, an old antique shop or something to help a lady. Lorraine is, hella pregnant at this point. She went up to the attic and found this scary-ass looking mirror. It's all wood, and it's got, cherubs carved in the top. She looked in it. There was something evil. She went into pre-labor. She gets to the hospital. There's a blackout at the hospital. There's a spooky bitch climbing across the ceiling that scared the shit out of her. Little Judy is born, but she had the cord wrapped around her neck. She died for a full minute and came back. And here we are in 1986. The Smurl family is a Pennsylvania family living out of Pittston? Presumably somewhere near Pittsburgh. Well, their second oldest daughter was getting confirmed in the Catholic Church, which if you don't know what that means, it's kind of like a baptism. And there's 8 people in this house. There's 4 daughters, 2 parents, and 2 grandparents. Well, the grandparents went to a flea market and decided a good confirmation gift. Sorry, I had to water my cat. Anyway, so the grandparents thought a good confirmation gift would be this spooky-ass giant mirror for the girl's bedroom. Big wooden cherubs carved on top. It's actually broken. It's got a great big break in the middle. Thanks, Pop. Well, they bring out the cake, and then all of a sudden, all the lights go out. All the lights go out all of a sudden, and somebody blew out the candle on the confirmation cake. And they thought it was the oldest daughter, because the oldest daughter is kind of but it wasn't. Meanwhile, Judy's been out and doing things. I think she's in college. I'm not entirely certain. But Ed and Lorraine went to go see her and have dinner with her. And while they're there, Lorraine sees a freaky-ass looking hand on Judy's shoulder, who Judy is going through a lot right now because she also has visions just like Lorraine. But Lorraine didn't want her to do all the extra stuff that she does to, help people and fight the demons and stuff. So she gave her this little ride to make them go away. But anyways, they're having a birthday party for Ed the next day, and she wants to bring her boyfriend, Tony, who used to be a cop, and he drives a cool-ass Camaro. Back at the Smurls, one day, a little girl is playing with, her freaky-looking doll. Who the fuck would buy that for their kid, anyway? Goes into the oldest sister's bedroom. It does some levitating shit. And then there's, a scary witch lady. Kind of looks like Greg the Killer. Got, a big-ass wide smile. Not Craig the Killer. Fucking Jeff the Killer. How did I forget that? I've been trying to figure that out all day. Anyway. That happened, and the mom was on the phone, and the fucking ghost, starts pulling on the phone cord and snatches the phone out of her hand and into the scary-ass pantry. I don't know who a ghost wants to call, but apparently it was important. It better not be fucking racking up long-distance charges. That's all I gotta say. How much is hell per minute? But whatever, the dad gets home that night, they're having dinner, and the fucking light, the dining room light, it's one of those long ones, they're kind of like the fluorescents or whatever, falls down onto the dining room table and cuts the middle girl. It cuts her head. Then the Warrens are having a birthday party for Ed. Judy brings her boyfriend. Come to find out, the boyfriend wants to propose. But while he's talking to her parents, Judy's kind of going through some shit on her own because fucking Annabelle is fucking around with her and showing up in places, which is weird because she's been down in the basement this whole time and nobody has touched her. But she's haunting the shit out of Judy. And then back at the Smurls, the 2 oldest daughters who share the bedroom, which the creepy-ass mirror was in there, they both agree that it's weird as shit. And trash day is the next day, so they're gonna, put it into the fucking garbage bin. And they do, and now it's breakfast time, and the trash man picks up the mirror and puts it in the back, and, the trash truck, crunchy. Well, the mirror didn't like that, and one of the daughters starts like coughing up blood and pieces of glass. So now the house is officially freaked out, except the dad, who witnessed his daughter barfing up glass and everything else going on. But he's like, no, it's fine. There isn't anything I can do anyway. I talked to the bishop, but like, what else can we do? Until that night, he's woken up by something. I can't remember what, but he goes to sit down and there's the scary bitch, like, at the foot of the bed, like in the commercials again. He's like, oh shit, I'm seeing things. He lays back down and then he starts levitating. And in the mirror, you can see the scary bitch lady, like, choking him out while levitating. And then the middle daughter is, like, sneaking downstairs so she can watch the video from her confirmation party or whatever, trying to figure out what blew out her candles. Now, this would have been a good time for a cool-ass jump scare, but they didn't really. Then out of nowhere, this ghosty man comes out with, like, a fucking axe and tries to attack her. And he kind of looks like the scary guy from Sinister, but less scary. So she's screaming, the mom wakes up, sees her husband all levitating and shit. So now everybody's had some weird experiences. They call the news wanting help. I think initially it was Father Gordon asking if they would go out there, and they're like, no, Ed's heart can't take it anymore because he's had a heart attack before. Well, then Grandma Smurl ends up in the hospital. I don't think they explained why. But Father Gordon happened to be in a taxi going by there at that time. And he's like, oh shit, this isn't good. He goes into the house, he talks to the mom, he blesses the house, but apparently it followed him out, and he goes directly to the church to speak to the bishop, and then he's getting haunted. Whatever the scary demon is has lit his crucifix on fire, and then talked him into hanging himself with the cord from a floor buffer. So now Father Gordon's dead. Meanwhile, Judy and Lorraine went wedding dress shopping, and Judy's in the fitting room. She's talking to the lady who does like the hemmings and stuff, and she had to walk out to go answer the phone. Well, Judy's not really paying attention. Here's the door come back, and then there's someone under her dress. She thinks it's the seamstress. But surprise! It's the scary bitch. And now we know why the ass is carved out of the Annabelle popcorn bucket, because this bitch is a freak! This is a perverted ass ghost trying to get your booty, trying to shove jelly beans up your asshole. Anyway, Judy's all freaked out. Lorraine can tell something's going on, but she can't figure it out specifically. And then they find out Father Gordon's dead. They go to the funeral. Judy touches the coffin, and it shows her what happened to Father Gordon. Not totally. They said there was something wrong with the vision. I don't think they ever explained that. They still refuse to go to the Smurls, except Judy. Judy has decided she's going to go help them because she knows she got the powers too. And then the Warrens were like, oh shit, we got to go get Judy back. But they knew something was wrong because, like, Lorraine was washing the dishes, and then she pulls out her locket that has Judy's picture in it from the drain, and then all the water turns to blood, and it freaked her out, so she knew something was wrong, and that it wanted Judy, and that whatever the fuck was in the house was luring Judy in. So they hauled ass with her fiancé guy, which, by the way, if I understand this correctly, you know that guy that just died of fucking cardiac arrest while touring Annabelle? Apparently that was their son-in-law who was trusted to keep everything safe, and then he decided he was going to tour it. Anyways, they get over there and all sorts of scary stuff happens. Lorraine picks up that there's 3 ghosts that used to live on the land. They didn't live in the house, but it used to be farmland and they lived there. The wife was having an affair, and the husband found out, went crazy, tried to kill her with an axe and her elderly mother, and actually succeeded. But that wasn't like the big scary thing. They were showing up, but the problem was that the demon was hiding behind these 3 ghosts and causing them to do things so that it couldn't see it. Well, Judy gets called up to the attic, or she thinks she's being called by her mother, but it turns out that ghosts can throw their voice now. Where the scary ass mirror came back, because apparently it is not that simple just to like feed it to the trash compactor. But now it's possessed Judy. She's going around. This is now turned into Evil Dead Rise. They're trying to get rid of the mirror. The Smurl family runs out of the house, and now it's the Warrens and Tony. This mirror has taken on a life of its own. It's levitating. It spins around a whole bunch, which was silly as fuck. Oh, there was a giant Annabelle at one point. Like, eat me, drink me, Annabelle. Tony is about to be choked to death under the mirror. We're having some sort of weird family moment. And apparently if you tell the demon it's not real, then it's not real and it goes away. Why did we not try that in the 3 other movies? Then a wedding. That. How the hell did none of the jump scares work? Why aren't we paying for music rights anymore? They don't spend money on lights. They can afford the fucking music rights. Not half as scary as what they made it out to be. This is gonna be like a 6 out of 10. Okay, bye.